Yesterday, I watched Thunderbolts ***, and today, I'm going to tell you exactly what I thought of it. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, and when I go into spoilers in a little bit, I will give very, very clear indication that I am about to spoil things. Once we hit that spoiler point, you can just click off the video. Everything past that will be spoilers. Without further ado, let's go over Thunderbolts ***, the brand new Marvel movie that's in theaters right now. When a team of anti-heroes comprising of Yelena Belova, Bucky Barnes, Red Guardian, Ghost, Taskmaster, and John Walker embark on a dangerous mission, they have to confront the darkest corners of their paths in order to move forward. This is a Marvel movie, in case you somehow didn't know that already. It is rated PG-13, and I will go ahead and say it is a lot darker than almost any other Marvel movie. I do think there are one or two that come close to this level of darkness, but I think that this film definitely has some substantially heavier subject matter than, pretty much any past Marvel film. But with that dark subject matter, I was actually pleasantly surprised that Marvel was able to deliver some serious moments that made you feel genuine emotion and kind of made me want to cry at one point. I was pretty dadgum surprised. And they're not relying on nostalgia baiting like a lot of Marvel movies in the last couple years have. Deadpool and Wolverine, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, like pretty stinking No Way Home, just dadgum any Marvel movie. Which is really nice to see a story that, yeah, you could benefit from watching some previous Marvel content, but you're not gonna majorly like, you could, hypothetically, have never seen a Marvel movie and go watch this in theaters, which is, again, very, very refreshing to see. That dark subject matter, by the way, is depression and isolation and slightly anxiety, but not majorly. The main focal point of the kind of darker subject matter is depression and isolation, and I think they visualize that very well. I'm not going to get into it for fear of spoilers. I'll save that for the spoiler section later. I think that they show that very, very well and treat it seriously. That is the thing that Marvel almost made themselves famous for, was trying to have a sweet moment. Okay, now we're gonna put a joke right after that. Now we're gonna undercut that with a joke, which brings me to my next point. This was a really funny Marvel movie. It's partially a matter of the characters working well together, and also partially just the acting all around. Everybody is absolutely bringing their A game in this movie, especially, like, everybody gives a great performance, but there are two especially just perfect performances from Florence Pugh as Yelena and from Lewis Pullman as Bob / some other characters. It was very, very funny. I laughed out loud quite a few times, which is interesting because it's not the cringy type of humor that Marvel has been trying to do for the last couple years. It's like genuine comedic timing combined with knowledge, combined with the script writing. It just makes it a very fun and lighthearted at moments, but still treating the subject matter seriously and treating the story seriously, not winking at you every 3 seconds like, hey, we're in a Marvel movie. Hey, we're in a Marvel movie. Stinking Thor, Love, and Thunder. Another thing I really liked was the fight choreography. The fight choreography, the stunts, the just fight scenes in general were very, very good. They were very enjoyable. I would honestly say some of the fights in this rivaled some of the fights from Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It is some of the best fighting in the MCU happens in this movie. It's very grounded. It's as grounded as Marvel can be nowadays, realistically speaking. It is a relatively street level story, and it's good and has the right amount of twists and turns without being annoying. And the ending of the movie, again, I'm not going to go into spoilers yet, but we're about to be there, but not yet. The ending is very good and conclusive, which I think is something Marvel has struggled with since Endgame, because Endgame was such a conclusive and definitive end to an era that they didn't really know how to end singular movies after that. And so you had stinking movies like Black Widow, which was basically just not even Black Widow's movie. It was just set up for other characters. Granted, good setup for other characters, but it's stinking annoying that Black Widow has almost no arc in her own movie. And I don't know. I thought that this was a very, very good, very fun theatrical time. Go see it in theaters if you haven't. And if you are planning to go see it in theaters, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. Okay? Okay. We're getting into spoilers now. I'm not going to get into major spoilers. That'll be later in the video. But I am going to dip my toes into the spoiler pool now. So do be warned, if you don't want any spoilers, you can just click off the video now. Thank you for watching. But let's get directly into spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Okay, welcome to the spoiler segment. When Taskmaster stepped on screen, I leaned over to Nevaeh, because me and Nevaeh saw the movie together. I leaned over and said, I give her 15 minutes. She died 3 minutes later. Taskmaster's appearance, which they're not subtle about it in the marketing at all. Like, they're not subtle that Taskmaster is definitely going to die. But the way Taskmaster gets popped in the first dadgum 10 minutes of the movie, I was like, holy crud. And it's not even in a super impactful to the story way. It's almost like Taskmaster was a throwaway character that we needed to use to establish another character. That's fine, it just felt a little lazy. I would have preferred a tiny bit more attachment to Taskmaster. It also sucks because Taskmaster is a cool character, and I doubt they're going to do anything with Taskmaster, seeing that now she's dead. I also think I could have probably gone into this in the non-spoiler segment, but Valentina is such a turd in this movie, and that's part of the acting, right? But her character is such an underhanded, like, goblin throughout the movie. She's so, I don't want to say evil, because I do legitimately think she has the best interests of the people at heart, but she's really aggravating throughout this movie, the way she behaves and the way she interacts. And I think at the ending, when they say the thing they say at the ending to her, it's a very, oh, the roles have kind of reversed. She's not really the Nick Fury of this group, which I was concerned. I thought they were literally just gonna directly make her like the Nick Fury figure, which she kind of is, but she's more bad in this. Another thing, they said Bob, like, a lot throughout this movie. I think they said Bob more times in this movie, maybe than any other movie before. I didn't want to put this in the non-spoiler segment, because if you haven't seen the trailers, you wouldn't know this. Bob is Sentry, who is also the Void. And the Void is one of the coolest dadgum MCU villains that we've had since Thanos, which is very, very cool to finally see. There were way too many villains in Spider-Man No Way Home. I was glad to finally see a good, standalone, singular villain that, guess what, is defeated at the end of the movie. I think it was a very good, very impactful moment at the end of the film when it needed to be. It was a great final showdown. And last things last, is the Void Markiplier? Who knows? I like to think yes, that it is. Now time for the super ultra spoilers warning. This is the mega spoilers at the end. If you don't want literally the end of this movie spoiled for you, because I want to talk about it a little bit, if you don't want the literal end of this movie spoiled for you, then please click off. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below once you get back and have seen the movie. I thought that there was going to be a title drop at the end where this is the Dark Avengers, but at the end of the movie, when it goes Thunderbolts and then rips away to be the new Avengers, I just like looked over at Nevaeh and started cheesing, and she was ticked. She was not ticked at me, she was ticked at Marvel for deciding to do that. Maybe she was ticked at me. I don't actually know. But it was a very cool moment that I was like, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense at the end. That seems like a good thing to come out of the end of this movie. Whether or not they release the movie on DVD as the New Avengers, I don't fully know. That would be a baller marketing stunt. I thought that title drop was very, very cool at the end. I thought it was very, very good. And let's talk about the post-credit scene for a minute, because finally, Marvel has done a post-credit scene right again. Now, to be fair, I knew the Fantastic Four were coming, okay? Both me and Nevaeh knew the Fantastic Four were coming, because obviously, for one, they have a movie that's coming out this summer, but also, when we were looking at the credits, we saw the Fantastic Four theme go by on the credits, and so I was like, oh, okay, so literally, if you're paying any attention at all to the credits, you just know what's happening in the end credit scene automatically, which is very, very funny to me. And what is happening is that the Fantastic Four are now in Earth 616. They are now in the sacred timeline of Marvel, which is interesting to me, which, annoyingly, in my opinion at least, probably spoils the end of Fantastic Four First Step. I don't know. It was an interesting post-credit scene, to be certain, and I think it added to the universe. The whole Captain America is suing for defamation, or for copyright infringement or whatnot. That was a very funny moment, which does actually make you think, okay, so wait a minute. If Sam's not in the New Avengers, then what? I thought it was a kind of meta way to tackle, oh, okay, well, these people are kind of sort of anti-heroes. Are they really the Avengers, or is Sam an Avenger? I like Yelena as a leader as well. Frankly, I think Yelena's character is more developed in a way that makes sense than Sam's character. I do like Sam as a character, but I think Brave New World flubbed really, really hard. I think that movie could have been a lot better and could have set up a lot more and could have been a lot more conclusive of a movie than it was, and it just kind of sort of ended up being a mess, which is unfortunate, but it was, still fine. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Please comment down below if you've seen Thunderbolts. Let me know your thoughts, and until the next time, I will talk to y'all later. If you want to see what I watched in the month of April, that video is on the screen over here right now. Go ahead and click it. It's right there. Click it. Click it. It's right there. It's right there. You can click it. You can click it if you want. It's right there. Just click